Roc Nation is
your boys.
the Roc Boys in the building tonight. If y'all don't know, Roc Nation is a label that's owned by Jay-Z. He signed a couple artists to it. Most notably, is probably his biggest artist. I'm not sure if Rihanna's on Roc Nation. She will probably be the biggest, but hip hop wise,
J. Cole.
J. Cole is the biggest artist that's on there. Now, a year or two ago, he also signed Vic Mensa to Roc Nation, and there's a lot of talk about whether or not. We actually read an article from Yo on DJ Booth. So actually, a really in depth article about where
the
rise of both these artists. If Vic Mensa is going to have the same sort of success as J. Cole in a nutshell,
and how they're so different.
Yeah, they're different, and they are different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what you see from this and what you know about Vic, I know you don't know too much about Vic Mensa, but from what you do know, do you see Vic Mensa having the same sort of success, even though some of the parallels are the same as far as their come up? Do you feel like he's going to end up having the same level of success that J. Cole has?
Really, it really does come down to like the marketing, and if you can produce a hit,
right?
Like if you can get a hit that really,
resonates.
Yeah, resonates with everyone. You got fucking memes with it in the background. Not memes, but you got just videos.
That shit works.
Just shit like that. When you get a song that make that happen, and then they voiceover videos of it,
right.
Like other people doing shit, dance or whatever. That's when you really made it. In a sense, like you pretty much, you've done it, but you got to keep it going. You can't just sit on that and think, "Oh, I've done it." No, you gotta produce,
right?
Make more shit. But
which I think Vic Mensa has the ability to do.
He does have it, but
you know what I'm saying?
It really does. It does fall on Roc Nation how they really put him out there. Like I think they can't really. They kind of got to be a little free with him. They got to let him do what he's doing.
I think they are trying to be free with him, but he's running across certain roadblocks. I think, just like Yo was saying in the article, he's running up against some of the same roadblocks that J. Cole was running up against.
Yeah.
He had the big song that he had with Kanye, the You Mad.
But it
was a big song, but not really a big song. You know what I'm saying? It should have been bigger than
it really should have.
What it was.
It was a good song. I liked it.
I liked it too.
I liked it.
I thought it was catchy. I thought it had.
And I came across it by mistake. I'm over there. It was in my downloading days.
Right. You seen Kanye West and you're like, yeah, let me download that.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's exactly what happened because. That's Yeezy.
Right.
I wanted to hear what the fuck he's talking about.
Right.
It's always interesting. So he's one of those artists that you kind of like, what's he talking about now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I downloaded it and then I was just like, this shit's dope.
It had a lot of potential to be like a big song, but it just didn't really.
It just didn't take off.
Just didn't really catch it like it should have been.
It didn't have I don't know if it was bad timing with other, like, it just was. It didn't have the push that I think it needed. It needed a little more push behind it.
So you think that was more Roc Nation's fault?
Like,
well, I mean, what else push do you need besides Kanye West?
Well, you would think that, but I never heard. I came across it by accident, by chance. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way
they played it. I remember it being on the radio. I remember it being in places. I remember it doing numbers in places. You know what I'm saying? But it just didn't really take from with everybody. Or maybe Vic Mensa isn't that great of an artist.
Yeah, maybe they just weren't. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was bad timing. Maybe there was just someone else that was shining too bright at that moment. That it's like, we heard this. It's good, but you're not him. Or you're not.
Was it? Who was shining? Was it Drake?
Possibly was.
Probably Drake. He was just.
Possibly was.
And you in your hotline bling. And they was like, we ain't fucking with Vic Mensa right now.
I'm hotline blinging.
Right. Blinging out to the hotline. I mean, I don't know, man. I really want to see what's going to happen with Vic Mensa. J. Cole had his rough patch in the beginning where it was, it's hard. When you got artists that are conscious, you know what I'm saying? It's really hard to market them on a major scale.
Yeah.
This shit's hard. Even, like I said, even J. Cole went through that rough patch.
I mean, the difference is that he does have a following. Like they're saying. He has
Cole?
No, like Mensa going into this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, his following, this is the thing though. His following is I don't want to say finicky, you know what I'm saying? But the following that he had prior to him signing to Roc Nation and the following that he has now is probably two different, completely different audiences. You know what I'm saying?
Almost completely two different artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On that note, that's why.
Right.
I mean, he was completely, I mean, we talked about it on another episode. It's like if you go back and listen to his early shit, it's completely different.
It's completely different than what it is now.
I mean, this is a product of becoming
a major
artist.
For those of y'all don't know, y'all just heard Vic. You probably started listening to Vic Mensa since You Mad came out. Go listen to Down on My Luck and then be like, holy, who the... It's two different people.
Yeah.
It's two completely different people.
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. Like, I was one of the... Because, I mean, I remember you showed it to me, and when I saw it, I was like...
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
And that Vic Mensa, to me, was a doper artist. You know what I'm saying? Just... Because the way I seen him going was more of a... I would say kind of the sound of... You know, like I think he could have did like some like... some next level major shit in a major way without having to change anything. You know what I'm saying? Whereas this Vic Mensa is more, he's more he caters more to the major artists. Yeah, which those people, those fans are like some of the most fickle fans. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't please those motherfuckers.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Never happy,
right? They're always moving on to the next thing all the time.
I mean, with the dramatic change from how he was and where he is now, it's like it almost feels like there was a dramatic tragedy that happened that he just was like, "Fuck it,"
right?
You know, and like
just go all out.
I got shit to get off my chest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm tired of talking about this. I got something else to say.
So you think that was Vic Mensa. That was the Vic Mensa in a shell.
It could have been
like he's bloomed into who he's supposed to be.
I mean, isn't that essentially what artists do when they first come in? They're kind of trying to find themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that's what he was doing, and he did this. It wasn't really working for him, so he's like, I need to change up my style a little bit because it wasn't going to the next level. So he's like, change my style. And I mean, or when did he change it dramatically immediately when he got with Roc Nation? Is that when it just all of a sudden
I think it was gradual?
If it was gradual, then he'd just find himself probably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's probably what it is. And then
still a young dude
to this. Yeah. I mean,
did J. Cole really go through that?
It didn't seem like he kind of was right where he was, and he didn't grow into that. He just was there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just, I mean, completely different. Like that's why it's interesting because it's like completely different upcomings to where they are, and completely different artists. Like, I mean,
you would think like, though that
spit like
right
what he's spitting about and what he's spitting about,
right, and just the sound of everything.
Yeah.
But Vic Mensa to me has more a potential to be like a major artist based on his sound.
Yeah.
Whereas Cole has kind of downplayed all of that, and he just focused on what he feels. You know what I'm saying? Like who he is, right? Whereas I feel like Vic Mensa
has a lot more room to grow.
I would say room to grow. I feel like he has the ability to be bigger than J. Cole. I just don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he could potentially be like the face of Roc Nation hip hop if he gets to that level.
Right.
You know, if he gets to where you're saying, he could essentially be where it's like Roc Nation can be like, okay, this is what we wanted, because they haven't. It's not really like solidified as like J. Cole's our face, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For Roc Nation. So maybe they're.
I don't think he really wants. I don't think J. Cole wants to be the face of anything except
J. Cole,
the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I think he's focused on, and I feel like Vic Mensa is kind of focused on the people too. But he's also stepping into that
the different approach.
It's a different world, man. Listen, y'all can spit your raps underground all y'all want to, man. When you get on the major level, man, and you get into the music business, it's about making money. It's a business. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna make the money? And you have to decide those things at the beginning of your career. Do I want to be somebody that's a part of the industry, or do I want to be somebody that's not a part of the industry? And I feel like J. Cole was struggling, even though he probably didn't want to be a part of the industry in the beginning. Yeah. He was trying to take that route. He figured out his balance, and then he went back to, you know what I'm saying, not being a part of the industry. Whereas, Vic Mensa it seems like he's ready to be a part of the industry. You know what I'm saying? And take that on. You know what I mean? But it's still kind of a struggle just figuring all that out. And he's about to drop an album in probably a week or two. So we're really going to get to see what the hell it is with Vic Mensa and what he's got in store for everybody. Because I want Vic Mensa to win. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see.
We'll have to see about that, definitely. I mean,
right.
It's something that you can always say only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
Ain't none of us going to know until it happens.
Right. And shout out to Yo from DJ Booth for writing that article.
That was a great article.
Yeah. Yo is one of my favorite writers, hip hop writers.
Great topic. Yeah. Right. Like, that was good.